whale family showing off their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations all over the world, and we are excited to share their story with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, we'll see the whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as orca, commonly referred to as killer whales. Here at SeaWorld, we like to call them Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo, our killer whale family. Makayo is the youngest whale at just 14 years old, and the oldest is Makayo's mother, Katina, who this year will be celebrating her 49th birthday. Katina is also the matriarch, or the leader of our pod. Now here at SeaWorld, our training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning, through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us. They even learn to take an active role in their very own health and well-being. Now, one of the first healthcare, or what we call husbandry behaviors we train the whales to do, is a position in which we would ask for a voluntary blood sample. As you can see, the whales are asked to roll ventrally or upside down and present their tail flukes. Not only does this give us a great look at the whale's entire body, but it also gives us access to the blood vessels that are easily seen on the white undersides of their tail flukes. Our veterinarians collect a blood sample at least once a month, and the whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the procedure. Now, if you watch us as trainers, we're always rubbing down the whales. It's one of our favorite things to do, sometimes on their tail flukes, sometimes on their bellies, or even on their backs. The whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one way that we can reward them for remaining calm throughout procedures like this. And as you can imagine, it's also a really cool way for us to strengthen our relationships with the whales. Blood samples are just one way we can make sure the whales are staying healthy. Another important diagnostic is weighing the whales, and we're able to do that by asking them to slide their bodies up onto a giant killer whale-sized scale we have in one of our adjacent pools. Now, when they are in that position, you'll notice that a portion of their body, from their dorsal fin to their tail flukes, remains in the water. That is the powerhouse of the killer whale. It's called their peduncle, very muscular and very heavy. In fact, natural athletic behavior we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that portion of their body with such force that they are able to completely turn before re-entering the water. So to make sure we're getting an accurate weight, we need to ask them to raise that peduncle up and out of the water. Just like that. In this position, we can ensure accuracy so that we know the younger whales are growing properly and that the older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
Did you guys know that killer whales love to play? They actually learn a lot by playing, and they also learn through things called mimicry and observational learning. From a very young age, killer whales learn important life skills by playing games like Follow the Leader with their mothers and other whales. And we are going to put that to the test today with Mikayo and everybody on this side of the stadium. All right, I want to hear it. Are you guys ready to have some fun? You guys hang tight, we'll be over there in a minute. This side, if you'd like to participate, stay right where you are, just stand up. We're gonna play a game of killer whale follow the leader. You guys are the leaders. Step 1, hands down. Everybody keep those hands down. Step 2, when I say go, you're gonna turn in a circle with your hands down. All right, Mikhail's watching. Ready, team? Go! Turn in a circle. All right, take a look at Mikhail. He's got it! Nicely done. Thank you very much, everyone. As you can see, Mikhail was watching very close. Killer whales are very curious animals, and we often see them jumping completely out of the water to get a better look around. Mikhail's going to show that off too. With a jump we call a bow. It's going to be over front and center stage. When you see him, give him a great big cheer. I like it. Hey, happy birthday, bro. All right, this side, I told you guys are up next. On your feet, we're gonna do a breach, an even bigger jump. It's either gonna be a back breach or a side breach. What do we got? Side, here we go. 2 fingers down and up over your left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, go. Nice breach signal, everyone. Now, like a bow, killer whales will breach to get a better look around. But more often than not, killer whales breach simply to show off. So here comes Trua showing off. Folks, give it up for the whales and all of our awesome volunteers! SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to gain in the wild. Some information, however, can only be gained through field research. And that's why SeaWorld partners with such groups as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to advance global education. Killer whales are powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail flukes.
So killer whales create waves when they hunt, and they use their tail flukes to stun their prey. You're about to see a demonstration. For our whales, it's a high-energy activity session. But for all of you, it means it's time to get wet. Killer whales are amazing athletes, and they can eat several hundred pounds of food every day. In the wild, killer whale diets vary depending on where they live and time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having a serious impact on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Oh.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written.
And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed Orca Encounter. Have an amazing day here.